guys, it's Minx here with a very important channel update. Perhaps the most important channel update I think I've ever made. But, yeah, a very important channel update nonetheless. I have decided to essentially reboot the channel from scratch, and I want to talk to you about why I'm doing that and what it means to you as a viewer. I'm sure many of you know my channel's been in decline for a while now. Since autumn last year, I'd say, things began taking a nosedive. Look at my stats and I was going, "Wee." And that's for a number of reasons, most of which are entirely my fault. I mean, I'm not doing terribly, I just want to make that clear. I'm not doing terribly in terms of doing YouTube for a living. I'm not like destitute or anything. Things are still going relatively well, and I'm able to do this as a job. But I want to address the decline if it continues to happen. Obviously, eventually I'll be in trouble, and I like to preserve doing this for as long as I can because I enjoy making YouTube content and I do enjoy doing this for a living. It's not going to last forever, but if I can make it last longer, that would be good. So anyway, what I want to do is talk about the various things that I want to do in terms of combating this decline, or at the very least, making better content, even if it doesn't combat the decline in the long run. And also I want to talk about why the decline's happening and that sort of thing. First of all, why the decline's happening. First of all, I'm sure many of you are aware I grew really fast from working with other big YouTubers, pretty much. Big YouTubers who are awesome people, and many of which I'm still very good friends with, but people who make very different content than me nonetheless. I am very snarky, I'm very biting, I'm very sarcastic and confrontational in the way I approach things, and I feel that's very much me, and I don't want to change who I am in terms of my content creation. I'm never going to be very cheery and pretend that this game's fantastic and fun when it's shit. And I'm not going to put a positive spin on things when I don't think there's anything positive to say. And like I say, I'm not trying to knock anyone there. I understand the creation of entertaining content and stuff, but I very much have my niche. And while I'm good friends with these people, and a lot of their subs came over and subscribed to my channel, a lot of them didn't stick around. And you know, it's just a difference in content on that front. Realistically, I'd say I have about 100,000 subscribers. I've got like 1.1 million or something. I've had 1.1 million for ages. I've been like kind of stuck in that sort of limbo. But realistically, I have about 100,000 active subs. I'm not going to lie, like sometimes from a personal level, it does get kind of depressing when I look at the 1 million and look at my views. But at the same time, you know, I understand why a lot of people didn't stick around, because it is very different content to what they perhaps expected just from me being friends with another YouTuber, for example. Number two, obviously I did change my content fairly dramatically last autumn. Not dramatically isn't the right word, but I changed the amount of stuff I was doing. Basically, doing nothing but Gmod was depressing the fuck out of me. It really was. And I don't hate doing Gmod, but doing it 3 videos a day or 2 videos a day, like I was pumping out Gmod non-stop pretty much, you know, it was driving me crazy. And I said in the video at the end of the year I was considering quitting YouTube. I was just not enjoying making content that much. So I wanted to do more solo videos, and as a result I launched the Game Wisp. Those of you who don't know, Game Wisp is like Patreon, and I have one of those, and quite a lot of you support me there. In fact, it's been doing really well. It's been growing month on month on month, which has been fantastic, and that's nice to see. So I decided to do more solo stuff. My solo stuff has never been that big a draw, hence the reason I decided to do the Game Wisp type thing as well. And since the autumn, it's been getting less and less and less of a draw. I'm not gonna lie, like 10,000 views in a video, like the stuff like Heavy Rain, for example, does hit my depression pretty hard. And you know, I do think my commentary is pretty good, unique and funny. I feel like I've got a very unique style that I think a lot of people can enjoy if they want something a bit different, for example. But I've got to face facts. You know, the solo stuff just doesn't do as well as I want it to. And that's why I need to have the Game Wisp model. And obviously that had an impact on my growth and stuff, changing that. And that was a decision that I made for my own happiness. And it may not have been the best decision financially, but sometimes you've got to do things for your own emotional well-being rather than a business. You know what I mean? So anyway, another thing. Another reason I think I'm losing audience is generally shit editing. I've always sucked pretty hard at editing, and I just kept saying I do more, I get better. I posted so many update videos like the other year that were like, oh yeah, I'm going to do more editing. It's going to be higher edited, better quality content, editing. I posted so many videos like that. I've done it a million times, and I never did. And I don't know. I'd say, especially when you're trying to get 2 or 3 videos out a day, sometimes I rush, and especially as I'm working day to day, which is a really bad model to be doing. I'm working like doing the videos that day and uploading them on my terrible, shitty internet that takes like 6 hours to upload stuff. So, especially as I'm doing that, I get lazy, I rush, and I fuck up, and that's on me. I just fucked up big time in terms of, I think, making quality content. I don't think my commentary is necessarily bad, and I think there are examples of videos on my channel where the editing is good. There are certain videos I took a lot of time over, but just being able to do it consistently, especially with time constraints and especially with just general stresses and trying to get things done, I've been really bad at that. So what I've done is I have 2 people now helping out with the editing. They're going to be taking the editing load off me completely, and that's going to hopefully free up a lot more of my free time. It might not save my channel or anything, but at least I'll be putting out better quality content for those of you who are around me. So those of you who stick around, I really do appreciate it, and hopefully the better quality editing will be of enjoyment to you. Anyway, also I'm going to be doing a bunch of new things to combat these reasons. So they might not change things around totally, but these are things I think will help grow the channel again and hopefully draw in some new viewers, or at least entertain those of you who do stick around. So here we go. I'm going to be doing a bunch more stuff with Chrism. YouTube at the moment takes about 12 hours a day for me to do the stuff I do. It is really a full-time job. That's 7 days a week as well. I don't get a break. And I don't really have time for Chrism or Pretzel, so now I'm going to record some solo and multiplayer stuff with Chrism every day. So you'll get joint commentary stuff and some multiplayer stuff with this. We're going to probably combine it with some clickbait lesbian titles, and hopefully this is something that'll do well. It'll be a mix of content. You'll see us playing competitive games together, co-op games together, solo games together. We'll just do everything, and hopefully it will be very entertaining for you guys, and you'll see lots of cute and ragey and fun moments, and obviously my editors will then edit it to give a better quality of editing. Horror film reviews. I've wanted to do this for so long, and I really think now my time's going to be freed up, not editing all day. That's going to make a big difference. So the editing is going to take time on these, and obviously they take time to script because they're scripted content. So you'll see one, maybe a month or so. They're going to be reviews of shit horror films, really a lot of public domain stuff, and just hopefully having, a good time showing you terrible horror movies. That's pretty much that. Do some top 10s, I said this before, but again, with my workload halved, this hopefully will be something that could be a reality. I want to do like horror-related top 10s. I want to do more horror-related stuff. I know it's not for everyone, but, I love horror, and I want to define it more in the channel. So, there we go. Pretzel, obviously, the Pretzel vlog the other day is probably my most watched video for like months. So, thank you very much for liking my puppy, at least, even if you don't watch my actual content. And I'm going to do more vlogs of Pretzel, obviously. It makes sense to do so. She's very cute, and I love her very much. So, multiplayer, I'm sick of Gmod. I don't mind it occasionally, but fuck me, I played it so long. I don't want to, necessarily play stuff that's, super sell-out clickbait at the time. I don't want to be that YouTube channel, even if it means I take a hit. You're going to get occasional Gmod videos still. I'm not abandoned it completely. You'll get some new multiplayer games mixed in. Hopefully all with better editing and just generally better quality multiplayer content where I play games with my friends. Going to continue with things like The Forest and other multiplayer survival games, and just more things like Slap the Fly, just fun things with Chrism or with other people, and just, yeah, that's what I'm going to do on the multiplayer front. Solo, the Game with Peeps are now going to vote on stuff months in advance for my solo content, so I can get a series out as soon as the game comes out. I hate being part of this YouTube treadmill. I hate the attitude that you have to get 10 videos of a fucking game out on the day it comes out. I think it ruins certain aspects of YouTube, personally. I understand why a smaller channel might do it, because it's the only way they're going to actually get any attention, is by spamming a fucking game all at once on the day it comes out. But I'm not going to do that, by the way. But I do feel that if I was a bit more relevant and not as late to the party as I often am, then things will grow in terms of views and growth a bit. So I am going to attempt to do that, and I'm going to have the Game with Peeps vote on what games they want to see that month way in advance, so I can actually record them in advance. I often get the games early, and then I can go from there. Next up, SOS. I wish it did better than it did, but approximately about 30,000 of you seem to really fucking love this series, and I love it too. It's my favourite thing to record. I love recording with Seno in general. We have a great time making SOS, regardless of whether you think our opinions are toxic or whatever, or we're just, out there shitting on games. That's kind of the point, and we're kind of those kind of people, I guess. Like, again, my content isn't for everyone, and I feel SOS is particularly bitey and British, and, there's a very English, Scottish sense of humour. And obviously it's not for everyone, but I feel it's a good niche, and I feel that we're going to keep doing it for as long as possible. We're nearly over 100 episodes, and I want to continue it with better quality editing for as long as I can. Anyway, streams as well. I want to touch on this. It's obviously unrelated to the channel, but Chrism and I are going to keep doing 3 streams a week. We've been a bit inconsistent in that lately because we've just been so busy, but we're going to try and get back into it very soon. Those streams are going to be from 10 PM to 1 AM UK time. So that'll be from 6 PM Eastern onwards. And yeah, we're going to be streaming and hopefully having fun and getting back into the swing of things on that front. We've even made a Twitch team. It's called Robot College. Obviously, those of you get the fucking reference. And we'll be doing stuff as a Twitch group. You can see who's in there. I'll put a link in the description to Robot College where you can follow that. And we'll be getting that all fully set up soon. It's still not complete, the page and things. But yeah, it's going to be fun. And hopefully I can keep doing this for a while and you guys can keep enjoying my content, those of you that do. Yeah. So that's what's going on with the channel. That's the reboot I'm attempting. Lots of new types of content, better quality versions of the ones I've already done, and this time I've actually taken the active step of hiring someone else to do it because I just don't. So at least if I get someone else to do it, it's going to get done, is my attitude here. It's going to take a while to transition to this, probably I would say at least 2-3 weeks to things gradually start sort of settling in. Obviously I have to record stuff and give it to the editors and then they have to edit it, but I'm hoping I can start getting ahead of myself. I can start having actual free time, which would be wonderful because I don't get that normally, and yeah. Anyway, that's what I wanted to let you know. The Heavy Rain and Danganronpa stuff will continue, and there'll be other uploads too, obviously, of multiplayer things over the next few days. Videos aren't going away while we transition, it just means you'll probably have a few more videos in the old style for a little while. That's all I'm saying. But things will hopefully improve, especially when I start some new solo stuff and get some more multiplayer stuff recorded this week. We're going to get those off to the editors, and me and Chrism are going to start recording really soon. I'm actually excited, so yeah. Anyway, have a great day, guys. Thank you very much for listening to me ramble for nearly 15 minutes, and have a wonderful day. Bye for now. Bye for now.